Yo, what's up? Kind of switched to a new mic because last stream the microphone was kind of like like it was, you couldn't hear anything. Nothing much really. Okay. But yeah. Welcome. I have a new game this time. To be honest, I didn't plan on streaming today. Oh wait, I forgot to remove this. Oh. Okay, that's it. Just chilling, by the way. What's the game on the mic? Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't plan on streaming until I saw on Steam there was a new game that I was like watching. And hold on, let me switch music to this. Okay, so like actual new release that happened today. And you'll see soon. It's a game that has been on my radar for like about barely even like a month, because I just noticed it like its existence, and I kind of want to make something with it, like a YouTube video, something like that. God knows if I need to upload something to like the main channel. Fairly new, yeah. Released today. Do you know a game called the Stanley Parable? It's a pretty old game. I played it. So there's been a new release of a new game called Stanley Parable Deluxe, Ultra Deluxe. It looks a little different. I opened it to see like if it works fine. It's kind of different. I'm gonna play it with like a controller. I don't know how the game works, but yeah. You probably saw that name like popping out on YouTube like in 2015, shit like that. But yeah, before I pop into the game, I gotta do the classic. What the fuck? Shaders and modulators can highlight the chat. What the fuck? Something new just popped up when I fucking did. Okay. Exclamation point, bingo. I want to see if I can fucking get a bingo now. My girlfriend got a bingo. She's the only one who got a bingo. And also in Smash Pass, like Pokemon Edition, She got like over 100 and it was like 105, shit like that. It's crazy. Okay, browser. Let's go. Yeah, the obvious choices. Oh, how did I miss? Okay, yeah, this is not a bingo. Though close attempt. Like it had some like freebies, like three freebies that like four. I don't know. Okay, so now after this, I gotta do it. Literally only cost a single one. Yeah, it's luck based. I mean, literally, but like. Also, I guess like she has lower standards. Like this one has tits. You know, actually, I can see it should be in it. Like it would kind of be easy, like easier if I was like a girl, I guess, or was into like shit like that because you know, tentacles. There's like a male one. Charizarding is the thing. This one has feud. This one's a Power Ranger. Yeah, you could 100% do it. Just standards. Stand next to Amoongus. What can I say? He was looking sus. Yeah, that was that. Okay, hold on. Now, let me just... okay. I'm gonna start the game. You know, I have not been in the game... Yeah, same. I mean, for me, it's because I've been like... I haven't been in my house for a long time. I've just been playing Showdown on mobile. Okay, wait, hold on. I think it's right there. Game capture. Steam games. I'm waiting for it to work. Yes. Okay. It works. Okay. Now here comes the tricky part. It's a really tough. Like what? Yeah, still can't beat that one game. In what one game? Like Showdown? How do you beat Pokemon Showdown? Oh shit! I forgot. Wait, hold on. I need to switch my directory. The Stanley Parable. Done. I can make forward. Oh, it's a bullet hell. I want to try it. I want to try bullet hell because I really enjoyed like Undertale and shit just because of the combat. Like I like them Delta like more. Don't get me because I think the combat mechanic is like better. But overall, like yeah, I like the bullet hell mechanic. Like it's yeah. Speaking of which, fourth and oh yeah, I could tell the dude is like he used to be with Homestock, so I wouldn't put him past him. Which is what I can't be. Oh, so you're stuck in Toho. Okay, wait. So for me right now, since I'm in the US, hold on, it's 18. Firm. Hold on, I need to lie down here. Hang on. What the fuck? Wait, I just said that. You know what? I'll probably try and play though. Okay. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting clock for both times you with the game. Oh, a lot of people just said. Oh. Hmm. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set up the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not correct. You've earned it. Okay. First streamer to see this fucking screen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what Toho is because I think I have. No, I know it because of Silver Gunner. Okay, loading. First time I'm playing this in like a long fucking time. Like the Stanley Parable.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
I wonder what they changed about this. Because I literally have this like on my computer.
Every day of every month.
Not computer, laptop.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Same intro?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed
also,
up
what
to
the
give
fuck
him
happened to Twitch viewer tracker? For some reason, I don't see it.
Never in all his years at the company had this.
It's been happening for like Wait, hold on. That's kind of
was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I've been playing a version of Hurdle, which is... Oh, yeah. I know Hurdle. I watched a streamer play it once. Wait, hold on. Let's see. There's something wrong. Like... For some reason, on my phone, there's a few, like, frame drops. Is it, like, just me? Just snippet? Yeah, I know that one. I would do horrible in a Hurdle. Probably. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I'm playing with a controller, by the way. Settings. Wait. I need to increase sensitivity. Because this moves so slow. No. Camera sensitivity. Okay, much better. Much better. No, I don't get anything, but first I always thought. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. 2420, they have to do something here.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
There's one room where I remember you can like glitch out of.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Can I? Okay. Wait. Is there anything like here? Like I barely remember like any endings. But the broom closet. There's like
just to spend a few moments, but eager to get back to business.
Those
Stanley
Minecraft.
The first open door on his left.
What the fuck? Hold on, this looks different.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
This is like the same game, I think?
Investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
Wait, hold on. Encoder level consider turning down. Wait, okay, so it is lagging. Setting like 11 p.m. anyway. Oh yeah, time zones is definitely like a thing here. As I've changed the fucking schedules and shit. How the fuck do I change like encoder stuff? I can see maybe normal. That's good. Why? Maybe lower the bitrate by a bit. 29. Okay.
To show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Like, so far it looks like the same game.
Important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The thing that sucks is I can't really... Hold on. I'm trying to fix this again. Video output is already active. Maybe enable replay buffer? Because this... Oh, I can... Okay. Apply. I forgot.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the
Okay,
end of
get
this
the
road
Minecraft
you've
ending
chosen?
first.
Well, don't let
Let's
me
see.
stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map
Is this?
because you were never
Yeah,
supposed to
this
be
is
here
the
in the
new
first
one.
place.
Why?
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Hmm.
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you
Okay,
wanted
at
to
least
see.
the game is not
Help
good.
me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Good. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Worldwide leaderboard. Ooh. Wait, hold on. This kind of sick. This is kind of sick.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Okay, baby
You
game.
wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the
I wonder how
demands
loud
of
this is
family
gonna be
life.
like in this
I
version.
think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm not gonna stream for 4 hours. Okay, it's... Yeah, fuck babies.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
I wonder if they're gonna update like Oh wait, hold on.
This
I can
seems
still
like
see.
it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh. Oh, what the fuck? They actually did.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
They actually did change something.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Wait, hold on. Encoder oval again? Hold on. Maybe I should delete these. Okay.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay, the encoder is still giving me trouble. Turning down what? I can't see the full thing. Using faster encoder setting. Okay. Setting. Output. Recording. Streaming, actually. Faster. Very fast. Okay. This should be it. Where am I going? I've never played this game. Is that like a... Yeah, I'm actually not sure what this game is. Turning down video setting. How? How do I turn it down? Okay, let's try this. What's subjective video enhancement? Okay, I'll try this. Let's see if it works. Oh, wrong way. Okay, it's even worse. What do I do with it? What's beep things?
Oh no. No, it can't be.
What do you mean it can't be?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions.
Okay, this is kind of funny. Okay. Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? Um. Hmm. Let's put this back in here. Then stop buffering. Maybe. Video output is currently active. I don't see anything I can do. It's already at 50 FPS. Monitoring meters. I have no idea what to do. Processing power? Okay.
No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
So far, the only change I found was fucking
this will be just the thing.
instead of Minecraft, it's like Firewatch. I think that's what the game's called. Is that Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box
Fucking
for you
Rocket
to
League.
run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Hold on. Encoder overloaded. What the fuck? Hold on.
Stanley.
Settings. Video. Maybe this? Hold on.
If you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Now, is this? Still add with encoder? Like, genuinely, I have no idea how to make it even like lower resolution.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Wait, hold on. Okay. It's stuttering. Huh. I could. Maybe speed? Oh, wait, I'm fast. Hold on.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball... Hold on, what are you doing?
Oh. Wait, hold on.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I didn't see anything. Oh. This is new, I think. Okay, this is the 2 open doors. Isn't this like the demo? 427. Oh, turned off.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it, he'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
You sure?
Yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay, then wait. Ouch. The position I'm like laying down at. But it hurt. Wait, hold on. Is this like a new one?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
There's a way to glitch out of this. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I remember this.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Wait, hold on.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
Also, by the way, I'm on the bed right now, so like, if you hear anything, it's because of this.
Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, so that's it. Begin the game again. It doesn't say restart anymore.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, I'm gonna do exactly what he said.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. How did I do this? Okay, there it is.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
Okay,
until
this
he
again.
heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Okay, I'll pick yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh, they were right.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
No idea what that means.
Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Is he going to continue this? I have all the time in the world. I mean, it's working finally. Like the whole... Like you can see it working right now. So I'm fine with it. It's still going. It's not repeating. Okay, it was right. It was right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Okay, I
decided
gotta
to go to
get
the meeting
the
room.
broom
Perhaps he had
closet,
simply missed
like
a
the
memo.
broom closet ending. That's the only one I remember how to get. Like,
When Stanley came to a set of two
actually,
open doors, he entered the
this
door on
one is
his
just
left.
it's just standing in place.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Is it like different?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Now I know what FA means. Like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've played this game when I was like
standing around doing nothing.
fucking during like the Minecraft YouTuber phase.
I'm genuinely
like I played the original. I have no idea what's different. Like the only thing different here,
you do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
like from what I could tell, is Firewatch and
closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring
Rocket
it to
League.
find out. but it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I mean, the little tip thing mentioned it.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this
Okay,
with
so
friends,
what
you'll
I've
say,
thought of,
"Oh,
like
did
by
you
making,
get the broom
like
closet ending?
by
The
making a
broom
video, I
closet
want to make
ending was
a
my
video of
favorite." I hope your friends
first of
find
all,
this concerning.
getting most of my friends to play this, by like in
Stanley
person,
was fat and
the
ugly
setup.
and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job
fuck?
because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug
Hey,
money.
that's rude.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
So yeah, that's like an
Well, I've
idea
come
I
to a very
had.
definite conclusion about what's going on right
So
now.
like, make
You're
people
dead.
play this game
You got to this broom
and like
closet,
track
explored it a bit,
what
were just
ending
about
they
to
get
leave because
first,
there's nothing here. But a physical
how
malady of
long
some
it
sort
takes them to
shut
play,
down
and
your
then like
central
another
nervous system,
factor.
and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless
Yeah, it's
human
exactly the same as like the
vulnerabilities.
first one.
It's indicative of the
I
long-term
barely
sustainability
know
of your
what
species. Please remove their
Ultimate
corpse from
Deluxe
the area and
means.
instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What's this? Something's in here. I can't see it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Dream.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
You can still hear the doors.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran. All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, now let's do the true ending.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, what the fuck? New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New
what the
content?
Fuck? Wait. Whoa, what the fuck? Hold on. Wait, I'm getting into it.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013
Holy shit.
on home computers.
2013.
After After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Okay,
Oh, well, this
wait,
sounds
hold on.
delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Is this gonna be like the same thing?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Okay, so it's just for like consoles now? Okay, does it go up?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Yo! Wait, you can jump. Oh, come on. That's it.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
I will
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up
first.
too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
Oh,
If you're
wait,
still
I
with
did
me,
it.
Why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh, shit. Okay, now the game fucking begins. Dude, this is a fucking, like, a great fucking screenshot. Like, for a thumbnail and shit.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
Imposter. Wait, I am thrilled.
Okay, you
Full
remember how
Among
cheap and
Us
unsatisfying the
balances.
new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it
Oh
the
shit.
Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh,
No, the
voice.
Wii U was there. What is this? Downloadable demonstration. Oh, it's demo. I've never played that one. It is impossible to achieve this. Yo, outside. Play for 5 years. I've literally recently been looking at these. Like, and honestly, I kind of want to like complete those achievements. But I wonder, okay, if I play this, does it mean I'll unlock this? Because that would be awesome.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Yo,
where
let's
so
do this
many
to
games
October.
that
Wait,
aspire
hold
to be
on.
more than games end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
What?
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Memory zone maintenance.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine.
Oh wait, it actually is raining. How did they know? Oh wait. Dude, when it was like the open world section, I was like excited. Like imagine how this game would like work with open world, like with no, like technically no walls, but like what? I mean,
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people.
Well, if I don't press on it, something probably happens,
that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, until the end of time, at which time everything all at once...
Wait, this is kinda cool. Wait, hold on. Kinda like a Minecraft machinima.
We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah.
Wait, no, it doesn't.
We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years.
Is it trying to fuck with me and like give me like something I haven't heard and then like I'm pretty sure it's trying to fuck with me.
The only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No,
okay.
245.
Alright,
the logic of Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course,
But to be
I happen
honest,
to
I
believe
get
it was
where
perhaps
they're,
one of my
they're
more
coming
profound
from.
such
Like, if you've already
ruminations.
done
Not
this,
that,
you're
of
like,
course, you need a
actually,
description of
no,
it,
you can
but
just,
if I had to
you actually
describe
can
it,
just do
I'd
that.
say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having
Oh
made
wait, I
said
can still
choice.
test
That is
this.
to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made in fact make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not
Okay,
making
I wonder
choices,
how
and
the
that they are
bit
both
looks like.
affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label
Okay,
on this one.
100%
I
I'm
think it
getting
has
like
much
an
more of a
achievement for
treatise
that,
vibe
because
to
this
it.
is like,
But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history.
yeah, I'm supposed to skip
Ambitious
this,
history.
probably.
Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right.
Wait,
here
so
we
we're
go.
gonna stay there?
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
No idea what
manifesto.
treatise means,
Treatise, manifesto.
and I barely know what manifesto means.
Manifesto. Treatise,
Like,
manifesto.
I've only heard it in a few things.
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto.
Dude, this is a great game to just
Treatise.
hold forward.
Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto.
Oh.
Treatise. Manifesto.
He stopped for a bit.
Manifesto. Treatise. Manifesto. Treatise.
I saw that. I saw the little fucking... It blinked.
Treatise. Manifesto. 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 Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply
Wait, I
grant this
wonder,
particular user
if
the ability to change their
would
review
they
so that the feature is not widely abused.
is that a thing
Look,
that's
I would
gonna be
even
happening
be okay
like
with Steam
on
altering this
consoles?
particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Oh,
Wasn't
wait,
there a door
hold
that
on.
led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window, or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of
Porthole?
these.
You mean like
I want
portal?
this for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
So I'm pretty sure it's just gonna make me wait like 5 minutes. Like if I know anything about this game, it's probably like there is an option of like waiting, and then it's like, oh look, you've actually waited. Okay. Okay, like that. Okay, I'll do what he said. Like I'll do what he said. He said like ramming your head against the wall. But hold on. What? Wait, hold on. Okay, thought I heard like a helicopter. Like in game. Okay, maybe the chair. You can glitch onto chair or something, but there should be a way to glitch out of this target. What is this? Oh! Okay. Now what? Okay. Yeah, I've done with this. Can I switch to this now? Hold on. This is fine. Should I do Mediashare? Like, it's been a while since I've done it. Yeah, honestly, why not? Do Mediashare. Hold on. Let me just go to Twitch. The media share. Okay, let's see how this works. I'm looking at it, like, through my phone. Also, I've been thinking about making React content. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, I don't need the fence. Let's do it. Well, maybe. Hold on. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, I'm actually getting somewhere. Wait. I think this is, like, intentional. Or, like, am I the only one who figured that out? Like, looks like, you know? Though, if it isn't, like, intentional, that's pretty, like, meta. Since, you know, I just bashed my head against, like, an object. I go this. Oh, wait, okay. I'm not holding anymore. Like, I'm not holding buttons. Wait. Okay. Wait, it actually... Hold on. Okay, I don't think it's doing anything. No, I'm just going down. What else? No. Um. Hold on. What's this? It's like a fake. Wait, am I going through this? Oh. I accidentally moved my mouse. Yeah, I think I have to press this.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later,
for a second I thought he was also matching his fucking bun. But no, it was this again.
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone. And that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And
he's trying to do reverse psychology.
Your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it
it's repeating it. It's repeating it itself right now, right?
Every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me, the merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as
yeah, he said the same thing.
Child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These
Even though I can't
words
see
that I'm
anything.
saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in a stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Is he not gonna say anything now? I mean, I can technically just, press this. He would never know. He would never know.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. It was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt free. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid, as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Yeah? Is that all? Come on, say something. No? Sure. Sure thing. Okay, so it just says nothing. Oh. Hey, what is beeping? Where does it like come from? This is kind of terrifying. I'm
But
skip
they
that.
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new
like
Stanley
fucking
parable. We
10
demand
years
it.
later,
And
he's
then,
still
because
fucking
it was
pissed
said,
about
because it
that.
was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting...
Okay, shut up. The door there? Nope.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the
Oh,
end,
fuck.
is never the end, is never the end.
Wait a minute.
The end is never the end, is never...
That's the loading screen, and that's also the fucking... That's also the fucking... one of the reviews. Hold on, I just get it. No, I get it. I get the reference, let's fucking go. What the fuck? Alright. Hold on. Let me try and climb this. Because I know I can. Maybe. If only I had the jump. Freedom! Wait, no. It's just blank white. Hold on. Oh, what the fuck? Where'd it go? Get me out of here. Quick, quick, quick. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Hold on. I fucking did it. What happened, though? What the fuck? Here it is. Open world. He said it couldn't be done. But here I am. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there's something. Okay, never mind. It was just a thing. There you go. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Okay, so is this the same thing? It was just like one thing? The additional content? I mean, it's not the one thing, like... Because I've already, like, been through, there's already been, like, different changes. Oh! New content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Yeah? Can't wait. The end is never the end is never the end. They're gonna jump now?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Yo, let's go.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why there are so many
Investor
possibilities.
showcase.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking
It's the sequel.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement.
This kind of looks like PAX.
It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
They're back. 2 doors. Why does it say it once? 2. Yo, wait. That's sick. Stanley Parable 2.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features
427, I
I've been
just did that.
developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay. Yeah, this is literally just packs. New features. New content. Oh wait, this is also colored. Yep, packs.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
That's so spot on though. This is actually spot on for fucking a PAX event. Office Civic. Okay, I don't know about the office ones, but like, yeah, here's the thing. Who's this? Is that supposed to be fucking Stanley? Collectibles. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry,
No.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Come on.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
That would be
Here,
so cool
let's have you
though.
role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named
My name
Jim.
is Jim. I'm Jim.
I
I'm
want
Jim.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing
POV,
a
you're
crippling
white.
substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim,
Actually
and finally,
white.
dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you
Oh.
feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you! Do it again,
Fuck
do it
you.
again.
Now what?
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal
Jim.
Whoa there,
Jim.
cowboy.
Jim.
Sometimes a person
Jim.
can be too
Jim.
much
Jim.
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 I'm
Jim.
putting the Jim
Jim.
button away.
Jim.
Otherwise,
No!
soon you'll start to lose all
Jim.
sense of who you
Jim.
actually are.
No. No. This game sucks. What's the point? What's the point anymore? I'm not Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley... An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Mm-hmm. Okay, why is it looking... Okay, it's spinning.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
No more jumps. Collect them all. I think it was white.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Alright, that's sick, actually.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I gotta collect all of them.
Oh goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
Well, let's see the bucket. Wait, free and easy achievement? Hold on. Pull the lever and see and achievement. No, what's that? What's the lever?
Here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this leave. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken.
No.
I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
What if? Fuck. I want the achievement so bad.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Okay, Infinite Hall. Haven't seen that yet. What's this though? No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Fuck off.
Get Well Someday it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Office decoration. Been there. Okay, the bucket's right there. Where? Oh. Apparently I can't see.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I thought it was making the noise. I was sure this was like good. Oh, you know? Wait, what'd you say? Setting world champion.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Book it. But it's only a demo.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal.
Yes, I do.
Would have said, "Yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow, okay, yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean... I really don't have an explanation. It was working, just still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
There's the bucket. Wait, what the fuck does it say? I think I can read that. Every pause button. What the fuck? No, that is holy. Change perspective. Wait, hold on. What the fuck?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh,
Oh.
good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
What the fuck? Wait. Oh.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What's the hole? What is it? One thing here. This. There it is. I gotta see it again. I gotta see it again. How do you Mediashare? You do exclamation point Mediashare. There you go. Oh, come on. Okay. Jump circles. Already done that. Screenshot. Yeah, I've done that. Hold on. Nope, nothing happening. That's new. Yeah? Let's go. Oh. Never mind, I've actually been here. What else? What the fuck was that one spot? Maybe it's like here. Or was it just collectibles, right? Collect them all. How the fuck did I get lost? Mostly infinite hole. Okay, do achievement, setting world champion. the one that says the name. The player's playing, merch, standing world, standing bubble, agents, office, installation, epilogue, collectibles, sentiment, exit. Okay. What's the exit? Look, right there. No. Okay, I actually forgot what everything is. Not here. Okay, I think I keep going in that direction. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it works.
So,
Oh, there it
Stanley,
is.
what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a
That was
good
like the
game in there somewhere.
fucking
Say,
the
let's do an
Jackbox
experiment.
fucking like
I'll arrange these
street
new
like
features
stadium
together,
and like
and we'll see
taxis.
whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
It's gonna be Ultra Deluxe. Is that Hitman? Is that Hitman 2?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
He's a
call a meeting,
balloon.
or even say hi. Never in all his years at the... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why
Where?
was he not doing it? Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh. Yes. 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 Yes.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
That's it?
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
Oh.
There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Dude, I can sell this fucking bucket in CSGO. Fuck. This is like a CSGO sticker or skin. Do I go back in? Nah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
1 in the morning,
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley
Yo!
figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket.
What's the code again?
And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Yeah. 2, 8, 4, 5.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh.
The elevator raced downward,
I
plummeting
was about to
towards
say,
an
if I don't
unknown
keep the
fate.
stickers from the fucking
It would be all
balloon
Stanley could
closet,
do to keep
I'm
himself
getting a
together,
refund.
if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Oh. Whatever.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
There's 100% like a fucking thing there. It's the fucking museum ending.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
What's the bucket? There it is. I can't see shit.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley
There
and
it
the
is.
bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
The bucket's life, not even Stanley. Was
It was a
too.
shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Wait, it was the bucket. No! The bucket. No.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
This is so stupid.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging bucket. Wait, hold on. I think this is like the infinite hole. Oh, never mind.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision of...
That's so stupid.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all? Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait. Yes,
Oh, wait.
It's sitting right here.
Oh my
Let's
God.
take a look.
Dude. Okay. This is actually
What
sick.
is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
Okay,
How
I
can
need
it be
to learn
used to
this.
effectively silence your political enemies?
What?
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is Yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of
No,
no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms
I'm
raised
no
straight
Fahrenheit.
upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming,
Okay, I'm
"I'm
adopting that.
Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Stanley with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
Why
Finally,
does he look like
it's
a
time to
Simpson?
hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal,
I'm
you'll
adopting
have
it's
audiences doubled over
I'm
in
adopting
laughter
I'm
and
Johnny
even
with the
tripled
funny
over
from
in laughter in no time at all.
this is good.
Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back. I can feel it. This
Oh,
time,
come on, I can't
I'm
jump
really going
off.
to nail the delivery.
Cringe.
You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit
It's still
that
unplugged.
culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think
I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Oh no.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
No.
Here we go. You ready?
Okay. I
When
thought I was
Stanley
gonna
and the
watch this
bucket came
again.
to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No, no, no. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Yeah, I'm giving him some time.
What? We're back at the phone already? No, no, no. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
If you're not done with this is like on you. So.
What?
This is on you.
Already?
Like
No,
100%
no.
on you.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. No, 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 no. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No, 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 no. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see. Let's see.
I
All
gotta
his
do another
co-workers
one.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, shit. Where's the bucket? There it is.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away. Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Ooh, okay, I forgot about that. I forgot about that one. I remember there's something with the door here. Forget it. Ah, shit. I'll do the
Stanley
true
clutched the
ending.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
Oh.
left.
Yeah, I'll do the quick one. I want to see how that ends. Like, go outside with a fucking bucket. What? That's the Inside the sequel exhibit, nothing. Nearby a fireplace. There will be a reward for finding them all. Okay, I need to find the room with large.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it what the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Wait, a place with boxes. Does it mean fucking Minecraft comes back? There it is.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know,
okay,
there really
I
must
got
be
it.
a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about
Yo, what's up,
Stanley
Mr. Skull?
Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I'm playing the new fucking Stanley Parable. Everything here is kind of out of context for you, cause but don't worry, that's why I have a vlog channel, especially for this, like specifically made for this season. This is actually like this makes the game so much better. Wait, hold on. Is this new?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight
Okay.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I wonder if it means that the fucking what's the
Lights
place?
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket
Does
both
it
wondered
bring
to
back
themselves.
like the Minecraft room? Is it so? That's probably the room filled with boxes. Okay, surveillance.
Monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
I mean, of course. Like, actually, of course. Why the fuck wouldn't... Now that I'm thinking about it, why wouldn't there be, like, surveillance
Was the
cameras,
bucket
like,
under the mind control
here?
facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things he didn't
fired.
wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Okay, here.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yeah, except for the bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah, I can
For
barely see
he
what's
and
going
the
on here.
bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Okay, I actually can't see where I'm going. Like, I am struggling. Oh, powerful. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I see it. I am stupid. Yo, what up? Epicness.lols. What's up? I'm playing the new fucking Stanley Parable. You could tell by the bucket next to me.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Yeah.
Yes, they had done it.
But I'm different
Stanley and the
if you
bucket
know
had
that.
defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind
Yeah, I could
control
tell it's
machine.
I could
Freedom
tell
was
it's
now
like
mere
someone I
moments
know.
away.
Because you're
Excitedly,
VIP.
the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the
What
end.
the fuck? Bucket?
True, it was
Bucket,
a
what the
simple life
fuck?
they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
Try it.
What? Wait. What was happening?
What?
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley
Well,
thought.
okay.
Very soon now,
Tech zombie.
he was about to
Try
find out.
exclamation point. I've made it like a long time ago. Oh wait, hold on. That's it. That was the thing. Oh.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Yeah, you can all see it in PC if you have if you have BTTV installed.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Okay, time for glitch up here again. This time I have a bucket. So I think something's going to be different.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret,
The
and
bucket's
the
a
many
war
years it
criminal.
spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
British
As
alert.
Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
What?
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Don't I fucking kill that
Focus
bucket.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nope. Not taking it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Thing.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, lots of
Perhaps he wanted to
boxes.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I need to find a room with boxes. Like with a lot of boxes. That's
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
hold on.
and got back on track.
What's this?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
This is not a spoiler if I've already fucking played the game.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh, the
Perhaps he had
bucket is
simply
gone
missed a
now.
memo.
Wait. What computer has... It has to be one of these. Nope.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
What the fuck?
Let's find the story.
I heard a Minecraft door. Inner guild. Close the collectible.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Where's the
Do you
little
remember,
fucking achievement? Wait,
Well, do you know what?
boxes.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel
Well,
right
does it
about
only
this
work
at
with the
all.
bucket?
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right. I've
Yo,
got a
let's
solution.
go, Adventure
This
Line.
time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay, I have
You
access
see,
to
the line
places
knows where the
that
story is. It's over in
only
this
accessible
direction.
to. Oh
Onward,
wait, what the
Stanley,
fuck?
to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can
We're
both
going to
agree
the right
that the
direction.
nature of existence is in fact a
Okay,
byproduct
yeah.
of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my
No.
experience of your existence rests inside of your
Fuck.
subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Wait. Okay, there it is. I thought I had it for a second. Hold on. Huh? What the fuck? That's fucking trippy.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
I forgot he said that.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want... Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting.
Oh, I can't even glitch out. Okay.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for
Yeah, I
it.
don't even know how this ends.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
So I
Okay,
know
okay.
that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will
Okay, I'm making myself
lead us
busy.
to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the
Find
schedule,
a
I restart
bookstore.
again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
I'm killing a war criminal.
Tightly to his chest and entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Stairs, something to do with the stairs. Okay, I have no idea what 2 is, but I think I have an idea. 5 here, just take 3 from me. But context. Okay, I have a feeling. Hold on.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
A room full of boxes.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I like how there's like if you want the second, like the deluxe part, you just need to hold the bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
What was the first one?
For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
One number 5 is right there. Okay, 3 is over here. And how do we get up to number 4? What am I? It's actually like too dark. I cannot see anything. I'm so confused. Oh, it's locked. Okay, never mind.
When at last they came to the source of the room's... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Yo, wait. Silly
Stanley
birds?
flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Look at them, they're so silly. Oh, come on. Sag. No birds.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Hmm?
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
Go
somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the car. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone,
said the bucket. This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his hand. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway.
Oh, how are you doing,
Stanley,
Mediashare?
can you hear me?
Hold
Listen
on,
to me.
I'll do it again.
It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
There you go.
That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Look, it's the bucket now. Oh. B.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Okay, so it's a room full of boxes.
It's sad.
And then you
I
can
suppose
get,
he doesn't need
and
me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
I need a room full of boxes because a room full of boxes has like a little trophy there. And also,
Yes, I suppose on closer
red and
inspection,
blue roof.
but it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another. Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Go down.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
I can't find the bucket. I am lost. Oh wait, hold on. No. I'm not fucking the bucket. I'm not going to fuck the bucket.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Close your eyes. Go back to work.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
That's neat, I guess.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Okay, what's the like? Okay, is it like in Stanley's face? No. Again, room full of boxes.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him. telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place
One
to
of them
be.
has to be like
And here
there.
it was. Had
Like,
the bucket turned out
it's
to
a
be
different
correct?
ending
Was
like
no,
every time.
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
What? Oh.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not
What
the
the
thing I'm
fuck?
showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not
Oh,
an
shut the
actual
fuck up.
bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Isn't that the same thing though?
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
What?
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
He's gonna erase the game. He's gonna erase the game 100%.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Wacky, quirky game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, so Adventureline is probably different when I have the bucket on.
A humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chin. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place.
If I go with the bucket to the place with the Adventureline,
turned out to be correct.
I think
never mind.
it would be
The bucket was wrong.
Another thing.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
It's like face game and then
I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Oh wait, that's the Adventureline.
It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventureline and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventureline? We could make the Adventureline go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wagon line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
But everything is a bucket.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
How do I?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh, what's the comment again? Exclamation point, Mediashare.
Bucket Destroyer.
Wait, hold on.
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now.
Did I spell that correctly?
New friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were...
Okay, I did.
Magnificent.
There it goes. Wait, it doesn't work. Okay. I think this is it for Stanley Parable for today. I'm gonna do it another time. Okay. Put the desktop. Smile tapes. Wait, hold on. Okay, so let me just get this thing working. Oops. Then Mediashare. That's the room. Let's see. Did you get it? No, for some reason. Okay, I'll add it myself. Fine. Okay, fuck. Control C. And Control V. That's it. Let's see if it works. The smile file.
Message is broadcasted to raise awareness of a new drug in circulation. The Smile drug. We advise for you to stay away from any person suspected.
Kind of reminds me of the You I'm an Idiot virus.
For the past few months, we have received over 500 deaths related to the drug. The drug itself has not been scientifically investigated. Its most obvious effects are mania, uncontrollable laughter, violent tendencies, and the latched smile in which the drug was
The
named
imposter is sus.
How do you ensure your safety outside? Avoid dark alleys since most reported deaths happened near or in a dark alley. If you hear suspicious laughter, run as fast as you can. Avoid eye contact with the person. Once the person notices you, it will begin pursuit. Do not interact. You will most likely be...
Don't worry. If I make a joke, they will stop smiling. They would stop laughing. I mean, like I know. I mean, If you laugh, it's gone. Should have brought my fucking gamer jokes to fucking what? Fungus? You know what Pokemon is a fungus, right? Pokemon 591. Amoongus. Imposter is sus. Same joke. And no, don't worry, I'm just built different. Stage 1, week 1. Is this FNAF? Patient begins to smile with some resistance. Okay. Stage 2. Sus. It's literally the germ of sus base. Me under the effect of Among Us. Me when hearing a joke. Me when hearing jokes about Among Us. Page 4. You can barely tell what that is. Just a killer. If ever the patients recover, replacement plan is required for I can't read that fast. What can I do? Patient behavior and motor functions begin to decline. They can't take a shit now. Week 5. This guy looks like Prince Philip. Alzheimer's stage. Did not live up to the stage. That's the way 6 weeks into his outside, like the guy who created Gangnam Style, I assume. Let's see. Fun. Physician complaint over 30 minutes of the autopsy. Yes. This is Among Us. I mean, this is the journal. 2 more sessions in the room. The man have been quarantined. That's the same thing. Let's say Freddy. Log 27. 94. What's for groceries? There's no 2, 5. I'd be pissed too. Vivid dreams and through space. And I woke up. With him. They just added the space filter to the fucking, like, the most common man. Or whatever the fuck. The dream man. Dream does a face reveal, that's what he looks like. Oh damn, this is nowhere near ending. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It just ended. Okay. Well, I think, you know what? Before I leave, let's do a round of Smash or Pass. Pokemon Smash or Pass with Bingo. Let's do this. On. And just set this up. And browser. Boom. Okay. Well, let me just put in some like music. Yeah, Smash, easy Smash. This is like, whoever thinks like, oh, this is a challenge. No, this is a floating head. Okay, this is a floating head. Of course. Nah. I mean, yeah. I don't think I'll fucking do fucking Mantis. I still can't fucking do it. But yeah, I think that's it for this thing. Hold on. Let me just get some music. Oh, that's it for today. Oh, I guess everything from fucking, what is it, Streamline stopped working. For some reason. Yeah. I guess I'll fix it, like, later. But hey, doesn't really matter that much, honestly. I think it was a good thing. Unless, like, in post, I hear like, oh shit, that's not good. Like, you know? Sort of thing. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone who's stuck through and watched the stream. It was a fun run. I kind of need to pee. And yeah, I think, you know what? I don't want to do some more fucking like Stanley Parable again. I gotta see what happens when you collect all the collectibles. Because apparently something does happen. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff. Okay. First off, I need to like organize my, not just my bed, but like all the other shit. Also, I'm planning more streams. For example, on this Friday, you know, of course, normal schedule, and also on May 4th. I bought Lego Star Wars, the new one, and I want to stream it on May the 4th. You know, May the 4th special. You know. But yeah, it was fun, and I'm glad. If you watch this on YouTube, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Even if you don't. Also, I think this is the longest stream I've done in like a minute, like 4 hours. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Stanley Parable so far. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.